Here's how it's done.
So in a few days, I'm going to an event for a company called Go Hunt, and I use their app all the time. It's really helped with my hunting and finding tags. I wanted to make them a sign. So now this is our inkjet transfer process, and we have a full video on how to do this exactly on our YouTube channel, Old Dave 100. It explains it in a lot more detail than I can do in just a short video like this. So go check that out if this is something that you want to learn how to do. I wanted to carve this outset so I could paint it their colors. And their logo is pretty simple, so I just used a yardstick and I made exact lines around it to give it a really kind of cool diamond look, but there's still plenty of board to where you can see the really nice grain. Now, I'm not sure what kind of wood this is. I think it's pecan based on the smell of it while I was carving, but I'm not 100% sure. I started with the profile bit at 1/8 of an inch deep. Now this sign did take a while, so one thing I want to let you guys know is that after I got my initial carving, I actually did drop the router bit down to 1/4 of an inch deep to widen those lines out a little bit. Now you can notice because it's all straight lines, I actually am turning the board to where I'm pulling the router towards me. It is so much easier to get straight lines if you're pulling that router. If you have that option, I highly recommend you do it. I tried one line just kind of going with the shape of it, but it didn't work out great. I had to turn it to where that line was facing me and I'm pulling the router towards me. It helps a lot. Now that I have my initial carving done, I'm using our 90-degree bit to go and take all of that background out. Now one thing you want to do if you're going to do something like this, carve deep. This is as deep as the flutes will allow me to cut, and it's about 1/4 of an inch deep, and it really gives it more of a 3D look. Now because this is live edge, I didn't want any overspray, so I used this big tape before I sprayed, and I actually taped up a little knot hole in the middle there. Once it was dry, then I used a 60 grit disc on our disc sander and a 120 grit disc on the random orbital. Now before I did any painting, I got about 15 coats of clear on this thing to really get a lot of buildup. You have to do your clear before you use your paint. I'm using one-shot paint here, and to match the color, I actually had to mix yellow and red for about an hour till I got the right kind of orange, and it ended up matching really well. I honestly love the grain of this board. I kind of regret painting it though. I think I should have left it natural. What do you guys think?
You can find everything we used on this at our website, makeawoodsign.com. Go check it out.